Precious Metal Summit 2022, ladies and gentlemen, Commodity TV for you here in Zurich. And we want to get an update, from a gold, silver, copper producer, GoGold Resources. And Brad Langille, the CEO, is here with us. Good morning, how are you?
Oh, good morning. Great to be back in Zurich.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. Long time no see. I think it's a good 3.5 years we have not met. Jesus Christ, that's really long. But
it's a long time.
You guys did exceptionally well. I went through your presentation and looks really good. Of course, your share price took a hit like everybody else. That's normal. But you just presented your annual production number. So maybe you want to elaborate a bit on that.
Yes, that's a good thing about GoGold. We're also a producer. We about almost 2 million ounces of production last year. We've been producing now for 8 years, and we have another 7 years of reserves. So really, the production is going very good. It's a very good ESG project too, because we're cleaning up the environment as we produce gold and silver in the community of Parral in Chihuahua. But really more important for GoGold and the increase in value, since actually I saw you last because we are trading at a higher value than when I saw you, is our exploration asset in Los Ricos.
Definitely, yeah, that's for sure. We come to that in a second. Okay. Just a question, you said almost 2 million ounces silver equivalent you produced. What production costs have you had? What AIC, meaning are you making money with that?
Well, at $19, yes, we're making a little bit of money. Where we are today, approaching $22 silver, we're doing very well. Start to generate more than enough to pay all the G&A in the company, and really where we were at about $26, a little over a year ago, we were actually paying a big part of our exploration budget as well. So it's nice having a production in the company as well, and what it does is also gives us a very experienced operational team in production, which will be important in the next phase for the company, which will be production at Los Ricos.
Exactly, Los Ricos, that's the big thing. That's the next big thing, I would call it. I think you did, 30,000 meters of drilling?
We're up to over 200,000 meters of drilling now.
I mean this year.
This year, yes, we did.
So how is it going there?
It's going extremely well. Los Ricos has been as much a discovery story, and we're up to 242 million ounces of silver discovered now, silver equivalent, as it's been a consolidation story. We bought it in 2019 for $7.5 million US, and since then we've taken it from 26 concessions to 46, and the last concession we just consolidated a month ago is probably going to be one of the most important, because we've been drilling that and coming out with just incredible numbers, some of the best in the industry.
Wow, fantastic. And that means grade-wise?
Grade-wise, for example, we just released 76 meters of almost half a kilo of silver equivalent. That's a lot. And there were values up to 20 kilos per ton in that.
Wow, to what depth?
It's relatively close to surface. We see it as bulk underground mine, because as you go down, the grades are increasing. But that would be about 100 meters below surface.
Oh, that's really not that much. So what is the game plan then for it? When do you think you can bring that in production? How much money would it approximately cost? Just guessing a bit.
Yeah, just guessing a bit, because we're going to firm everything up with technical studies, of course. But we see the first quarter next year, and we have Los Ricos South, and this is in Los Ricos South. We have Los Ricos North, where we defined last year 162 million ounces of silver equivalent. That we're looking at doing a PEA and hope to have that finished in the first quarter of 2023. As far as Los Ricos South, we hope to have a new resource out in the end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter. And along with that, we'll probably update the PEA that we already have released. And currently, we have 295 million NPV in Los Ricos South. We anticipate that's going to go up a lot. And that would be probably in the second quarter. And then we would hope to, not too long after that, have a pre-feasibility study, because we were already working on pre-feasibility. So a lot of components of that are complete, like metallurgy, a lot of plant design is complete. And we'd hope to be applying for a permit maybe in the next 3 months. And we see it starting off as a bulk underground operation, easier to permit in Mexico, and possibly 6-9 months we would hope to have a permit.
Wow, that would be really fast, I must say.
Yeah.
And as you said it already, you are producing already a little bit, so you trained the production, you have the team to do that. So when do you think you could be in production? Just an idea. Would it 2025, 2026?
I would think late 2024, early 2025.
Okay. Super.
We would hope to be.
And from a production profile, what do you think you could do? I know it's all hypothetical for the regulators. It's no forward-looking statement in that sense. Just to give us an idea.
You know, we currently have a PEA out that envisions us in the first 6 years in Los Ricos South of doing about 10 million ounces of silver equivalent production per year. We think with this new piece that we've added on, and we feel as more data comes out, that it's going to be very clear how important it is. It should increase that substantially. Really, the district, Los Ricos South, we see it as plus 10 million ounces a year of silver production, silver equivalent production. And Los Ricos North is much further out into the future, but probably something that size again. So, you know, it's a district. We would think, and this is a little bit of arm waving, I mean, everything is based on studies in the end.
Of course, yeah.
But something that could be, you know, plus 20 million ounces silver equivalent production.
Wow, fantastic. And would be the majority would be silver, then gold, then copper, or how would that be?
No, the majority would be silver. About 60% by value is silver, and 40% gold.
Gold. And in addition, copper, because you did some copper also.
Yeah, we do some copper in our Parral operation, and that's a byproduct of our SART process.
Ah, I see. Okay, super. So the Los Ricos would be silver and gold.
Yes, silver and gold. We are really a precious metals producer with a small credit for copper.
Okay, super. How do you rate the, let's say, future exploration potential of Los Ricos then?
Very, very, very high.
Still very high.
If you look at how fast we've grown ounces in the Los Ricos district, that's a testament of the quality of the asset. As good as the team is, and we have a very strong technical team, when you can add up ounces that quickly, it tells you that we're in very prospective ground.
Fantastic. About what CapEx roughly we are talking for such an operation?
Well, currently in Los Ricos South, we have a PEA that shows 125 million CapEx. Okay. And with this new discovery, it gives us a new opportunity because it's very high grade, it's very wide, is what we're seeing so far. And we're thinking we start with a smaller mill and get in there quickly, capitalize on that very, very high grade, and build that mill so it can be doubled. We did the same thing on an operation that we built 20 years ago in Mexico. We started with a 1,500 ton a day mill. We built the front end, the crushing end, for 3,000 tons. And then later on, we doubled the size to 3,000 tons. So we see something like that here, but it's another lever we can pull to get this district into production, because we're talking very high grade and good widths. It's one thing to have very high grade and a meter wide, but when you have very high grade and what we would hope to be 10, 15 meter wide, those kind of grades, that's a whole different story.
Definitely, yeah. That's a home run, I would call it.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Fantastic. Cost-wise, do you have any guessings already? As you said, the PEA is there, but you have to fine-tune, of course. We have the inflation and everything, but where do you hope to be finally?
Really, this should be, with those kind of grades we're seeing, this should be a very low-cost producer. In the current study, we're about $8.35 cost per silver equivalent ounce. I would anticipate with these kind of new grades that we're seeing, you know, it would hopefully be substantially lower than that. We would hope.
Wow, fantastic.
But the studies will come out. You know, the studies are going to unfold.
Yeah.
The next 12 months are going to be very, very exciting. You know, the catalysts are going to be a lot of drill results. Every 2 weeks we should have drill results out. Studies that are going to, you know, look at more the size of the resource. Studies that are going to look at the normal things like metallurgy, which we've done a lot of already. Really, in Los Ricos South, we'd be at pre-feasibility metallurgy already, and 90% recoveries on a silver equivalent basis, so good metallurgy. And I think with these kind of grades we're seeing, it should really improve the economic attributes of the project substantially.
Super, fantastic. Then we wish you well for that. All the best, and please keep us posted, and as it looks really good for you guys.
We will. Thank you.
Super. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brad Langille, the CEO of GoGold Resources. And you heard it. The company has already a small production going on, but the Los Ricos project is the real big home run, the game changer for the whole company. And they have a lot of resources already. And it looks like, hopefully by 2024, the feasibility will be done already. And that project will go in production, because $125 million as a capex is really not that much. And I like the approach that you first start smaller and then you finance out of that. The future production grows. That is a great concept, because you are minimizing the risk and you are minimizing your first capex. And that's how it should be. So great company. Check it out. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Zurich, from Precious Metal Summit 2022.